I love painting Christmas houses. For example, here are a few of my finished and unfinished Christmas house projects. There's this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and these, and this, and that, and the granddaddy of them all, 4 houses in one. And I did not buy just one of these, not just 2, but 3, because I apparently like to punish myself with work. Now, a couple of these I've already finished because this little triangle house and the larger one actually match 2 of the houses on this. So I'm going to kind of be copying those 2 examples for this project, but these other 2 are going to be completely new, and I'm going to be tackling one of these today. I'm actually going to finish one from start to finish. Now these I got from Joann's. I really wish I could say that I got it from somewhere else because I know that Joann's is closed, but I got it a couple years ago and it's just been sitting on my shelf begging to be painted. Of course, I'm using my washi tape to tape off where I don't want any of the paint to spill over on the other 2 houses. This one again is going to be a nice white house, and this A-frame home is going to be a beautiful red. And look at this crisp line. This is why I love the washi tape. Covering up the washi tape on the other houses, I then made a blue one and a green one. I love all the festive colors. It absolutely turns out so cute in the end, so please stick around and see the finished product. Then I just started doing the basic main elements of the house, the rooftops, and then also the windows. But with the roofs, I'm just using my brown POSCA paint pens. And at the beginning, I really thought that I would add some 3D elements, like a bottle brush tree or a button snowman or gingerbread man. But after getting started, I realized that this house was smaller than I remembered, and my items were going to look massive compared to everything else. It would have looked like a mammoth snowman outside a home or a massive gingerbread man living inside of this. So I decided to just do the entire thing using my POSCA pens and also a little bit of paint, and I also use puffy paint at the end. I'm using a small black paint pen to outline every window, and I did black around every single window on this project. And I also used the white one just to add a couple little windows on this A-frame house because it looked a little empty by the door. I also love semicircle windows above a door. I think it's because I have one on my front door of my house. And this house did not even have a door at all, so I drew this little pointed door, kind of like the door to a church. I then went in with my green paint pen and added all the bushes and the trees and some shrubs, because you know there needs to be some curb appeal on these houses. Now the problem I ran into was the dark green house. My POSCA pen would not show up, so I decided to do a lighter green on that one, and I actually really loved how that light green turned out. I'm surprised at how much I liked it, but I will tell you that these paint pens right here are pointier, and so that means they tend to spray more, and they also are a little bit runnier. So if you see a POSCA pen with a really fine, sharp point, just keep that in mind. It might splatter, and it also might leak a little bit. But if you go slow and just take your time, I usually don't have any problem with them, but I prefer the blunted tip and more of a round tip to the POSCA pens. And in case you're wondering, I do have a quick little short story. Basically, my phone broke and I could not make any calls or texts, and I could not receive any. So I got a brand new phone, and I record all my videos on this phone, and the new phone is great. But the problem is for some reason on the same video editor that I use, I cannot speed anything up past ×2 speed, whereas on my old phone, I could do all the way up to ×8 speed. So this is literally as fast as I can get it to go. So I'm doing my best to edit it to make it a little bit shorter, but in case you're thinking, this is a long video, I didn't want to cut out a lot of important pieces, so I'm sorry if you're thinking that it's slow or maybe it's going to be too long of a video, but I'm doing the best I can with how the new editor works on this phone. But anyway, I added some wreaths around both of the circular windows, and I'm putting a little heart above all the square ones. Also, tell me in the comments down below if you decorate outside your house for Christmas. I do every now and then. I mean, sometimes we put icicles on the house that are multicolored, but it just depends on the year. If it's too cold or if it just gets too late in the year to decorate, but we definitely decorate the inside of the house. I mean, it goes Christmas crazy in here. There's stuff everywhere, but I always love driving around and looking at all the Christmas houses that are decorated. You always have to find like the best housing edition that just goes all out and drive around in your pajamas, maybe with some popcorn, and just look at all the lights. It's a Christmas tradition in our house to try to do that once every year, so it's so much fun, and I just love it when people decorate outside their houses. But anyway, just adding a few more little details. I added some little planters outside this window and added a little frame to it. And I absolutely love adding bows to the swags over the doors and the wreaths. And of course, there has to be berries. I only used the little red POSCA pen for all the cute little berries all around everything, just to add that extra little detail. Now I'm also going to be adding Christmas lights to the trees here in a little bit, and also Christmas lights to the rooftops, and I absolutely love it when I add the color. It really makes everything pop. And I'm basically getting my inspiration from gingerbread houses. I actually have a Pinterest board of just gingerbread houses, and I look at that all the time. And instead of doing everything like white icing, I decided to just switch it out with color. So the reds, the greens, and of course some white, but all the fun Christmas colors, because that just really makes this piece come alive. And the more detail, the merrier, I think. And as I'm adding a few more details, tell me how everybody's summer has been. Did you get to go on vacation? Did you just have a staycation, relax at home? My summer is very quickly coming to a close because I go back to work on August 4th. So by the time I post this video, I'll only have one more week of summer. The kids come back though on August 6th. So we have 2 teacher work days, and then all the kids come back that Wednesday. And we're just off to the races. It's going to be a long haul from there on out until next summer. This is where, on this part of the project, I really started to struggle. I don't know what was going on, but this POSCA pen all of a sudden did not want to work, especially on this brown paint. It wanted to clog. I kept activating it over to the side. It was so frustrating. And I absolutely hate what I did on the blue and the green house. I was just trying to give the idea of shingles, but I ended up really not liking that. So I just wetted down this towel and wiped it off and painted back over it with the brown before it dried, and so it really wasn't too hard to fix. So if you ever use POSCA pens, just don't panic. You can wipe it off pretty easily if you work quick enough. And my solution to this problem was just to then leave the blue and the green house blank. The roofs are not going to have any shingles. They're just going to be a nice solid brown. And the red and the white house will be the only thing with bricks or shingles. So it's kind of like blank shingle, so it kind of has a little pattern, and I thought it ended up looking fine, especially whenever I add the snow at the end. I added the Christmas lights to the trees and to the rooftops with red, yellow, purple, pink, and blue POSCA pens, and I just repeated this pattern for each of the houses. The only house that I did not put lights on was the A-frame because it already had a lot going on, and I thought it looked fine with just the green and the white decorations. And ultimately, I did have to cut out some details that I painted on here, but don't worry, at the end I'm going to go over nice and slow so you can see each house up close and see all the little detail, and I'll talk about some of my favorite pieces. In the comments down below, also tell me which of your houses is the favorite. Do you love the green one, the red one? I think maybe the green one for some reason. It just really stands out for me. I really like that light green with the cute little hearts and the white accents. I really like that. Now here comes the fun puffy paint. Originally on my other 2 ornaments, I did all the snow with just a white paint pen, but I thought adding a little 3D element, I'm going to do it with the puffy paint. So I just did a little bit on top of each house, and of course it had to sparkle, so I added some diamond dust, and the puffy paint acts like glue, so it stuck to all that puffy paint, and it was so sparkly and pretty at the end, and it just takes a few hours for it to all dry. And here is the finished product with a quick tour of each house. On the blue one, I think my favorite part are those 2 large Christmas trees with all the cute lights on them. The red one, I just absolutely love how the white and the red pop with one another. I think it's so pretty, and the cute little trees down the front. The green one, this is a detail I didn't get to show you on the camera, But the little lamppost, I actually have a lamppost just like it outside my house, so I love that. And this giant home, it's just beautiful. It looks like a church to me. I love the little string lights that I did across the top and bottom. It's just so adorable. And again, please tell me in the comments down below which house was your favorite, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.